Each moment in history is a fleeting time, precious and unique.
Therefore, I shall resign the presidency effective at noon tomorrow.
Welcome back to our JAW Media series on Watergate Remembered 40 Years After the Fact. This is Javier Aparici, and today we're going to talk about Leland Junior High School. It was a school in the heart of Bethesda, Maryland, a suburb of Washington, D.C., and I happened to be in 8th grade when this happened. We're talking about sometime in the spring of 1975, I believe. Of course, I may be wrong, but that's my memory telling me. And I recall one day when I had gone into the locker room to get ready for gym class, and I was sitting there in my underwear when I hear a throng of screaming girls running after this not so tall guy with long hair split in the middle. It turned out it was Dustin Hoffman, and he was being pursued by all these girls that were screaming and must have wanted to get close to him. And of course, that was the first indication that I had that All the President's Men was being filmed nearby. And when I walked into the gym, I don't recall if we didn't have the class or we only used a part of the gym, but most of the gym was being taken up by the catering for the film set. So that was another indication that something was going on.
Don't pay any attention to this. This is just for my memory. I hate I have a very bad memory.
And then after school, all the kids, myself included, ran to a house a couple of blocks away from the school where they were actually filming the scene where Dustin Hoffman, in this case Carl Bernstein, the Washington Post reporter, goes in and interviews one of the bookkeepers that's helping them follow the money trail to find out what happened with Watergate. And it resonated greatly with the kids back then. And I even recall that we were making doodles in school. I found this doodle of Nixon, doing the V sign as he gets off or gets on the presidential airplane or helicopter. And I think we used to do this in Mrs. Canopis's art class. I recall my friends from back then, Paul Kriebel, Ken Starr, Ivo Nijosia, and it was part of our lives back then. We didn't fully understand the implications of this, but I think in my particular case, and in the case of many other individuals, it pushed us to get into journalism when we went to college 4 years later. And it made a major impact in our lives because we dedicated ourselves professionally to being journalists for so many years. And it all happened at Leland Junior High School. Okay, that's a wrap for part 2 of this 3-part series from JAW Media on Watergate Remembered 40 Years After the Fact. See you next time.
Thank you very much.